It's the Refined Reseller. Thank you for tuning in to my YouTube channel where I give you tips, tricks, and advice on how to be the best eBayer you can possibly be. So please take the time to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and let's get started. So today I want to talk to all of the people out there who are over the age of 50. Although if you're under the age of 50, this video can be helpful to you as well. So give it a shot before you click out of it. This is volume 1 in a series, and this video is for those of you who have retired, who are planning to retire soon, who want to make additional money so you can retire earlier than you had planned, and it's also for people who may have lost their job and are looking for a stream of income. It can definitely be accomplished through eBay. Now, a little bit about me, and I'm just going to spend a little time on that. Yes, I am over 50 years of age. I'm not going to tell you my real age because I look much younger than I actually am. I just had to throw that in there, but not really. I've been selling on eBay for more than 22 years, kind of as a side hustle. I do have an 8-to-5 job, but I do plan to retire soon, and I'm going to do eBay full time. Now, here are my sales from the last 90 days so you can get an idea of what kind of business I'm doing on eBay as a side hustle. My 90-day sale total is $10,866.06. I generated that by selling 387 items, and I currently have 1,333 items for sale. The good news is over time, you can do the exact same thing I'm doing. So in this video, I'm going to explain why you should do this and how to get started, although I'm not going to give you specifics on how to start an eBay account or how to list an item. I'm going to do that in videos as we go along down the road. I'm going to do that a little bit later. So today, the question is, why do this? Why start selling on eBay? And the answer is very simple. It's because it's fun, and if done correctly, it can be very, very profitable. It is for me, and I really enjoy doing it. Now, most of the eBay sellers I see on YouTube with channels like mine are much younger than I am. They're in their 20s, their 30s, their 40s, and maybe you can't relate to them. Well, hopefully you can relate to me. I am a baby boomer, and I'm proud to be one. There's a lot of us out there. We're getting a little bit older in age, kind of getting up to retirement age. Some already have. And you've probably had a successful career. Maybe you own your own business and you know what it takes to run your own business. Well, eBay is a business that you can run from your home. You can work when you want to. You can take off when you want to. And one of the first things you need to decide when starting an eBay business is what to sell. My suggestion is start with what you've got hanging around your house. Declutter. Get rid of stuff. Maybe your garage has so much stuff you cannot even park your car in it. Maybe your attic is overflowing. Maybe you have a storage unit that is full of stuff that you're paying $100 a month for, and you haven't even been there in over 2 years, so you're just wasting money with junk that is in your storage unit. Get rid of it. So the next question is, what specific items should you start out selling? Well, there's a kind of a short answer and a long answer. I'm going to give you the short version. The answer is go through your house and first pick out all of the vintage items that you have. And by vintage, I mean items from the 1950s, the 1960s, the 1970s, 1980s. And again, if you're in my age group, those items are somewhere in your house. You just got to go look for them. And just to prove my point, let me show you some vintage items that I have sold on eBay in the last 90 days. So full disclosure, the price that you see may not be the final price that I accepted. All of my items are buy it now or best offer. I may have taken a best offer. It might have gotten a little bit lower price than I was asking for that you see on the screen. I just didn't have the time to change all of that stuff. So this is what I'm going to start out with, and it's a very common item. I see it all the garage and estate sales I go to, and I know you have some of these in your home, and those are Christmas ornaments. I sold these by Kurt Adler for $30. You know you have them. Go find them and sell them on eBay. I sold some Old Spice shaving mugs. I sold this one for $34.99, this one for $34.99, and this one for $23. It's a very common item, and they sell like hotcakes. That's a total of $93 from the mugs. Here's an Oakland Athletics baseball poster from 1971 that I sold for $49.99. Now, maybe you have some old baseball gloves, baseball cards, vintage Harlem Globetrotter stuff, stuff like that. Maybe some NFL jerseys. Sell it all on eBay. And also professional team caps like this Vancouver Grizzlies cap. It's a vintage cap, and I sold it for $15. Now, here's an old skateboard that I sold for $37. Here's a pair of vintage leather gun holsters. I bought 2 of them, and I sold each of them for $25. Here's a wrought iron boot scraper that I sold for $30. Now, this is cool. I sold this Peanuts Snoopy ski cap. It was from 1958, and I sold it for $28.50. I was going to keep it because I thought it was just great, but I ended up selling it. Maybe you have something like this in your closet. Again, go look for it. Now, here's some vintage fabric that I sold from the 1970s. It's just fabric, but it had a cool look to it. This one sold for $19.99 and this one for $17. Now, you ready for this? Here is Cashmere Bouquet Complexion Soap. I sold a lot of 10 of these for $14.99, and I have 10 more lots just like it. I bought 100 of these at a garage sale, and I did not pay very much money for them. Here's a vintage cigarette lighter. It was a cool looking lighter, and I sold it for $20. Now, here's some vintage Masonic stuff. I sold these cufflinks and this tie clip for $19.99. I sold this gift set for $15. I sold this manual for $15. And now I had 300 of these Beatles collectible cards from the 1960s. They are trading cards. I put them in small lots, and I sold this lot of 4 right here for $7.50. I have sold a bunch of these. So look out for, old record albums, 8-track tapes even sell. Here's a lot of 5 Kodachrome slides, and I sold these for $12.99, and another one I sold, just one by itself, for $19.99. I sold this vintage toy horse for $16.05. Vintage toys are a great category. I know you have some in your home, so again, go look for them. Here's a pair of women's shoes I sold for $39.99, and another pair I sold for $20. Now, here's one of my favorite categories. It's men's vintage shoes. I sold this pair of vintage shoes for $325. I'm going to say it again, $325. This is a pair of Floorsome shoes. Also look out for Johnston & Murphy, among others. But really, seriously, go look in your closet and see if you have some vintage shoes from the 1970s or 1980s. Here's a vintage country and western jacket I sold for $60. It was really kind of unique, and that's why it sold. Here's a word of caution. Listen very carefully. Do not, I repeat, do not start your eBay selling career by selling clothes. Clothes are one item that I am pretty much done messing with. My 22 years of selling on eBay has taught me that, number one, clothing takes too long to list, as you have to put all of these measurements. Number two, it takes way, way, way too long to sell. It just does not move. And number three, the profit margin is generally not there. You're not going to make very much money at all selling clothing. Your clothing items will not sell. You will just get discouraged and you will quit. So don't do that. Do not sell clothing to start out with. The only time you want to list a clothing item, whether it be a men's golf shirt, a woman's dress, a sweater, or whatever, is when the item is unique. Maybe it's something you have never seen before. All of the common stuff that you may have in your closet, it just is not going to sell. So again, for the last time, whatever you do, do not start your eBay business by selling clothing, because you will get discouraged and you will quit. So after you've gone through your house and you've picked out all the vintage stuff and you have it listed for sale on eBay, where do you go next? Well, you go through your house and you find all of the stuff that is new in a box. Of course, it's never been opened, it's never been used, and you can sell it as a new item. Now, here are some examples of some new items that I sold recently on eBay. And I'm going to start with this Honeywell partition security system. I sold it for $200. Here's a Sabre LED headlight system for $99.99. I sold these Dan Post cowboy boots for, let's see, I sold them for $80. I sold this Petersburg canoe model kit for $69.99. I sold this Bosch lithium starter kit for $44.99. Not too bad right there. Then I sold these doTERRA essential oils for $59. I sold this Lego set for $45, a Funko Pop for $29.99. I sold this Cox cable remote for $14.99. I sold the Grinch glass set for $19.99. I sold this Scentsy warmer. These are pretty popular. I sell these all the time. It was new in the box, and I sold it for $23.99. I sold this lot of yarn for $19.99. And you know, it just goes on and on and on and on. I could sit here all day and show you stuff that I sold new in a box. So that's what you want to do. You want to go through your house, you want to find everything that is vintage, and you want to find everything that is new in a box, and that is where you want to start. That's how you want to start your eBay selling career. Again, do not sell clothing. You will be very discouraged that it does not sell and you do not make much money on it. So there you have it, some tips to make you the best eBay seller you can possibly be. I really hope you learned something from watching this video, and if you did, please take the time to like it and subscribe to my channel. This is the Refined Reseller saying, do like me, buy low, sell high, good sourcing, good selling, and I'll see you next time.